Hi, Mike. Thanks for watching. This is a quick look at how Google views and ranks your website. And by understanding how the program works, and we can use it to your advantage to increase the traffic to your site by getting it higher up in the search results. So I've got your website up here, and I just want to show you the two different factors that Google uses to rank your site. The first is the content. It doesn't really care so much about the layout or the pictures. It's just going to come in and count all the words and text on the page. General rule of thumb is it's looking for about 1,000 to 1,500 words because it assumes that the more information you have on the page, the more of an expert you are. While it's counting the words, it's also searching for keywords. So that's going to be anything that a person might type into Google search bar, which would be probably the services that you offer, and then also the locations that you offer them in. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one keyword for every 100 to 150 words of text. So depending on how many keywords you want to be found for will determine how much text you need to add onto the homepage. The second way that Google ranks your website is with what's called the authority of the page, which is basically a popularity contest. The way to build authority, you get these things called citations. That is anytime that your name, address, and phone number can be found in an online directory. Those directories are Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, things like that. Those directories are usually always free. It just takes some time to find them, register, and then input all your information. The second way to build authority is with what's called backlinks. That's when another website links or refers back to yours. These referrals act like an endorsement to Google because it builds trust by others vouching for you. It's similar to like a customer review. If you had 1 or 100 or 1,000 five-star reviews, that would change what customers think of your business. Google is doing the same thing, except it's using other websites to make that judgment. So to see how this affects your ranking in search results, if we go back to our search, the first thing you're going to see come up is what's called the map pack. This is actually a pretty important area to try to get into because statistically speaking, a little under half, 40-something% of people will actually just click one of these top 3 services. It's free to get in here. You just need to fill out your Google business profile, which is inside of the Maps app. You can do it right from your smartphone. You just want to make sure you fill out as many of the fields as possible, including services you offer, your service area, even the hours of operation. Then you want to continuously add photos that are geotagged inside your service area along with some posts. And then be sure to get some customer reviews. And then you want to get as many of those citations, the directories with your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else in here, and that'll increase your ranking. Then underneath that is what we call the organic search results. This is where the authority of your site determines how high up in the ranking you list. So what I did was I took the top ranking site here, as well as your own site, and then I put it into this tool that I have here, and it shows me everything that Google sees when it crawls your site as far as the content and then the authority. So to just explain these figures, if say the local news station did an article about the top 5 stump grinding services in Rhode Island, and inside that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. So just for some perspective, the top ranking result, the top ranking company, this is how many referring domains and backlinks that they have. Obviously they're getting found for a little more keywords, but they're also doing a lot more than just stump grinding, so that's not as important. What is important is how much authority their site brings by how many other sites are referring them back. If we, just to kind of put this into perspective, it's not always just about the quantity of the links. It also has something to do with the quality. They have to be relevant to your business. So for instance, if we had Pizza Hut linking back to your website, Google obviously knows that you're not in the business of making pizzas, so that wouldn't add any kind of trust or authority back to you. Now, if we take a look at your keywords, these are all the keywords and phrases that are being found on your site that people are typing into Google. And then we also have the volume, the number of times per month that they're being searched. So just for instance, let's see, I know you do Massachusetts, but we'll take like one of these, Stump Grinding Company. Stump Grinding Company is being searched 300 times per month. Right now you're the 92nd position, which means you're 9 or 10 pages down. So if we had you on the top position in Google, 300 people are searching and they'd be seeing your website. Let's be really conservative here and say only 10% of those people actually click into your website and give you a call. So you're getting 30 calls and 30 views a month. Then if we're even really more conservative on top of that, let's say only a third of those people actually convert into customers. I don't know what your conversion rate is, but let's be really conservative here. So that's 10 customers a month that you're going to be getting off of one keyword because you're in the top position on Google. So then what we do is we do as much research as possible to find the most popular keywords relevant to the services that you offer and in the area that you offer it in, and we make sure that those keywords all appear on your page, so that way you're capturing all those sales and then adding that revenue to the bottom line. That way your website has now become an investment that's making you money rather than a digital business card that's costing you money. So I hope this information was useful and it helps you scale your online presence. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or you'd like any further details on anything I went through. Also, we could talk about your goals, and I can do some research on my end to find out what it would take for you to reach those. I always love getting feedback as well to find out if information like this is useful for you, so please let me know your thoughts. Thanks, and I look forward to speaking with you.